Dev's probably going to kill me because I think he was mid-talking. It's like clearer but darker. How strange.
Is it the light? Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, a little bit.
We all got a nice close-up of your face as well. Right, I just got the notification, so...
Oh, that's as bright as it goes as well. Okay, cool. So now I've got to get all of the links together and post them everywhere. Hey, oh, sorry about that. The camera didn't connect to the webcam, and then it just went black, and it wouldn't like show us. So I thought I'd just end it, and then it was a bit of a nightmare trying to set it all back up. But you're struggling with the state. So what's going on then? Explaineth to me. Why is the video of Broly just showing up on my... All right, now I've got to post this everywhere so that people can know to show up and join.
Would you like me to do anything?
That's all right. Oh, yes, I was struggling with the state that I don't have my SP. Okay, what about it were you struggling with specifically? Hey, Crimson. Oh, we haven't seen you in a while. How's it going? Howdy, howdy. Shade Volume says, hey, I'm manifesting height and can't stop measuring my height against others. Any help? Yeah, so it's one of those things where it sounds simple and it sounds kind of rude, but just don't do it. Like if you're like comparing yourself to other people, just stop comparing yourself. And if you do compare yourself, make sure that you're comparing yourself in a way that is more desirable to you. So if you look at them, and although in like your like vision you see that they're taller than you, you can try to see it from a different angle. Just say like, oh, I remember when I used to be taller than them, or I'm so glad I'm now the same height, or I am now taller than they are. That kind of thing. Just your subconscious mind doesn't have eyes, so and it pushes out what you feed it. So if you stop feeding it the things that you don't want, even if you see that, it won't have anything to push out that you don't want. So just whenever you are comparing yourself, either A, try to stop comparing yourself, and then B, make sure that even if you are comparing yourself, that you're making sure that what you're feeding your mind is what you actually want it to be. Can you read out their messages just while I try and like do all of the links and stuff?
That way too far away. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me just come closer. Okay. Okay, so Dev, oh yeah, I was struggling with the, oh no, I am way too high up, sorry. So, I can't read that. Says hello.
Silrod. Hello, Silrod. I'm assuming that's how you say it.
And Dev says, I am trying to get the feeling, but I can't.
Okay, so why can't you? What is stopping you from getting the feeling? Is it that you give up too soon? Is it that you don't feel like whatever technique that you're doing is effective? Like, what is it that is stopping you from actually getting into the state? There's got to be something that is stopping you from feeling that. Matt Schwartz says, hi, howdy, Matt Schwartz. Shade volume, put crying emojis. I'm assuming that's like me just going, just don't do it. Obviously, I gave you a longer thing. Nathan Allen says, hey, Matthew, hope your Saturday and weekend is going wonderful. Again, so grateful for you and the video you posted about manifesting your previous partner. I'm not saying the 2-letter word. You're very welcome. It was a very highly requested video, so I thought I might as well. And it's been quite widely received. A lot of people seem to have quite enjoyed it and found it quite useful, so that's good. Silrod says, just started following you a few days ago. I love that I can understand your teaching. That's good. I'm glad that you are able to understand what I'm saying and kind of make use of it, because that's one of the reasons why I started the channel, was to try and make it simple, because there are a lot of channels out there that just make it so complicated. Shade Volume says, thank you. You're very welcome. Dev says, it's my random thoughts that are coming from old programming. Okay, so the same thing with thought. Thoughts are the same thing as what you see in your 3D. They don't have power unless you give them power. The only thing saying that those thoughts are being more dominant and you're not being in the state is you consciously saying that you're not being in the state. You are letting these thoughts come up and then letting them have more power over you than you should let them. And I know that's easier said than done to just say, just stop giving them power, but that is simply the case. There is nothing to say that you are not being in the state other than you saying that you aren't in the state. So let these thoughts come up and let them just pass and then get back on your thing. Don't try to push them away. Don't try to fight them. Don't try to smother them. Like obviously I said in the video a couple of days ago about letting go, looking past of the 3D, sorry. Let them come up and then just let them go and make sure that the rest of the time you're quite well at staying in the state of the wish fulfilled by doing whatever technique you want or thinking, feeling, and acting from the end of already having your desire. Alicia says hi. Hi, Alicia. How you doing? I need to post this now. And then I need to go and put this on the Discord. If you want to be in the Discord, by the way, join the membership. Plug in. Good. I'm glad you are doing good. Dev says, when I affirm, I can't see mental pictures because of aphantasia, which makes it harder because I guess the subconscious learns through pictures. The subconscious mind just gives it what you tell it. Pictures are quite useful, but you don't have to. And not many people do get imagery when they affirm. It's just telling you that you already exist as that which you want to be. Like, so just keep going, basically. Just keep letting the 3D show you what it shows you. Keep letting it pass. Same with negative thoughts and just keep going. Affirm, script, visualize. Ask yourself, how would I think, feel, and act? And then think, feel, and act from already having it. And just keep going. Stop telling yourself that you're not doing it right, because that is the only thing that's actually saying that you're not doing it right. Stop being so panicked as well. That's another thing. I do have a video planned to come up soon where it's like what I have learned through coaching for the amount of period that I have, like the things that I found quite commonly to come around. But one thing that I have noticed is that people just panic way too much about things that there's nothing worth panicking about. Like they'll be like, "Oh, I don't feel good today. That means everything's good." Oh, we got two people in here now. People will be like, you know, I've had a bit of a bad day. That's it. Like game over. What do I do? I need to get out of this. I need to do that, and I need to do that. And it's like, stop panicking. Stop assuming that how you feel is going to ruin everything. Just take it easy. By panicking and by being in a state of fear, you're only going to make more of it. So just stop. Ah, Nathan, thank you very much for that. I really appreciate that. And well, even I haven't got my glasses on, so I thought I proper squint into the in to see it. But thank you, I really appreciate that, Nathan. You always show up with that, and it's really kind. Thank you very much. Dev says I've been panicking since I was a child. Well, you're an adult now, so now it's time to start living by new rules that you create for yourself. Panic is fine as long as you don't let it control you, as long as you don't let it dictate the way that you live your life and blah 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 blah. Just let it be okay. It is okay, and you're not ruining everything, and everything is going great. So just take it easy. Stop panicking. Stop beating yourself up, and just get back.
Start telling yourself that everything you're doing is working.
Exactly. You create your assumptions.
Yeah. And stop thinking that it might not.
Exactly.
Well, try to stop.
Yeah. I think me not putting a thingy up about when I was going live has really hurt today. Oh well. Hi, dear X, how's it going? Nathan says, one of my favorite mantras that I created for myself is live and let go. The future will figure itself out. Hope this helps out the people that are panicking or struggling. Know that you can overcome anything. You are alive right now. That is enough in itself. Absolutely. That's a really nice mantra. I like that. Thank you for being here to support others as well. Just seeing if I missed anything because I forgot to change it to live chat instead of top chat. Alicia says, do you have advice for how to deal with people asking about your manifestation when it hasn't shown up in the 3D yet and you say, I don't want to talk about it? That is my advice, is to just say that you don't want to talk about it. And then and they still go on and say, why not? Or assume it's going bad and they go on to talk about that. Well, you can just remove yourself from the situation. If people are talking about it and they don't respect you enough to stop talking about it when you ask them to, you can just walk away. Just walk away and go do your own thing for a bit.
Just say everything's going to plan rather than I don't want to talk about it. Just everything is going exactly how I want it to. And then when they're like, oh, like what? You just say everything and then done.
Like, you'll find out.
Over.
But
wait and see.
But if they absolutely pressure you and you have to talk about it, and obviously you don't want to feel silly for saying that things are great when maybe they're not, just don't associate yourself with it. Just talk, let it all out. You can either revise what was said afterwards or just not let it be true to you. Like, you don't have to accept that what you were saying is true to you, and then just let it all go. Let the whole thing go. There's a great tip. I'll use that. Ah, good. Sorry, Nathan, I did skip over you briefly, but that was because there was like further to what she was saying. Nathan Allen says, "You're welcome, Matt. Can't wait until you're as big as Master Shri Akarshana." Well, I mean, if I ever hit that, that'd be crazy. Because, like, I mean, he's at like 1 point something million. I don't know exactly what he's on, but that would be insane. It's funny you should say this actually, though, because we were talking about the YouTube plaques today. Yeah, he's on 1.6 million. But yeah, we were talking about the YouTube plaques today, and the first plaque is at 100k. So that's the first goal. I do definitely want to get the silver plaque like there. Well, we've moved the room around briefly, but I actually look good today.
Also,
But
I'm not being weird. Those were pictures of the kids, and I was just like, oh shit. I just spam round really quickly. As soon as somebody said, oh, different background, I thought, oh my god. Because yeah, one of them's.
now everyone's going to go back to see what the kids look like.
I don't think they'll be able to see it, but
okay.
it's that one, and I really don't want that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
But, yeah. But yeah, no, he's on like 1.4 million, so it's a big old jump. But the goal for me is definitely the silver plaque, which is at 100,000. So we are currently 1/50th of the way to the silver plaque. But that's all. It's all a journey, isn't it? I'm quite excited to reach that, but I'm not like eager. Well, I'm eager because obviously it's like a jet, like getting there. But I'm not. I need this now because it's part of the journey, isn't it? Someone that enjoys the journey goes further than the person that enjoys the destination. And then says, hello, Matt, a new background. Indeedy do, as we've obviously just gone on to discuss. JRC says, I have a woman who came into my 3D that treats me the way that I want my SP to treat me. I understand what that is, but the fact that I'm enjoying the moment, I still want my SP. Is this a bad idea? But the fact I'm enjoying the moment, I still, sorry, I feel like I'm probably misinterpreting. Are you saying that you enjoy the new person, but you still want your SP? If you could just confirm that before I answer your question, but as soon as you do, I'll obviously go back to it. Nathan Allen says, live in the end. Look at it as it is done, as you already have your desire. Stop worrying about how or when. Absolutely. So many people get tripped up by the how and when. They want it a specific way. They want it a specific time. I understand that, but once you let go of that, things just become so much smoother and life is so much easier. Like, trust me, just stop trying to control and manipulate everything, and you'll find that everything is just so much better. Jason G says, how's it going? I get into the feeling, of course. Is there a lot of static from others just being around in the same house? Wow. Sorry, you've used a lot of full stops, so I'm confused as to what parts of the sentence. How's it going? I get into the feeling, of course. Is there a lot of static from others just being around in the same house, or I'm highlight, but others might not? I'm really sorry, Jason. Could you possibly rewrite that and put commas in instead, just because I'm really struggling to find like what your sentence structure is? Are you sort of saying that like are others kind of getting in the way by being around you, like bringing the vibration down or mood down? Is that kind of what you're trying to get at? If you could just confirm. Hey Abanaya, how's it going? Um, Nathan Allen says, you can do it, Matt. I believe in you. I'm visualizing the plaque in your room right now. Yeah, well, we'll get there when we get there, won't we? And hopefully all you guys are still here when we get there. I have a really sad video already posted for June 2023. I have it scheduled. I've already recorded it and it's scheduled for June 2023, and it's a sad video and that has a prediction in it. So that one will come around. Oh, Dave Moody, how's it going? I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, I like to use it's all working out. If anyone asks, it changes conversations quick. Oh, that's good. So you give that one a go. Shradha says, hi, cuties. Howdy, howdy. Got a lot of new names today. Ian says, hey, Matt, I just want to thank you for the belief you have given us to manifest our specific people. Really, it has made a difference. You're absolutely welcome. That's part of what I do, and I'm glad to help you all out. JRC says, yes, sir. By the way, everyone here right now, hit the like button. It really helps. Thank you.
What? That's in response to the question higher up.
Yeah, I know. I was just reading, like, because he's done 2 messages. I was just reading the second one to see if it was.
I just didn't want you to skip over it again.
No, I knew. Yeah, thanks though. Yeah, if you could press the like button, because then it pushes it out to more people, I'm pretty sure. But so no, you're absolutely more than welcome to enjoy other people like being involved in your 3D while manifesting your specific person. From a law of assumption standpoint, it isn't going to get in the way of anything. The only thing that like you should keep in mind is making sure that you don't have the assumption that it's going to cause any problems. But from a law of assumption standpoint, no, absolutely not. You can do whatever you like and enjoy it. And then says, dang, finally saw Abonea after so long. Yeah. She was very quiet last time. Nathan Allen says, JRC, I liked the video. Thank you very much. Gosp says, hey, hi Gosp, how's it going? Abonea says, you'll love add an H in a 7-letter name. Beefing. Yeah. How you doing? I never responded to you, did I, Abonea? I'm very sorry. I will respond to you after this. I was at work and she sent me some messages and I got called off by the manager. I will respond to you after this stream. Just hold on tight.
You're the worst.
I'm not the worst. Sorry, I was looking at something. Dev says, in my inner conversation, I hear my SP saying, I love you, Dev. Should I loop during the night? Well, it implies the end has happened, or I'm assuming she's obviously saying she loves you because you're together. So, yeah, if it's something that you enjoy and it's from the end and you want to do that, then absolutely go ahead with it. Anand Roy says, yeah, Abonea, we absolutely do. Abonea says, oh, hey, Matt, not up to my best interest, but hey, my SP started seeing my stories immediately. That's good. I'm glad with that. Dave, yeah, he's all on your case. Dave Moody says, all good, a lot of movement. I will email you tomorrow. Big success in a lot of areas. Much appreciated for our chats. Yeah, please do. I'm really excited now. Thank you very much. Nathan Allen says, have an amazing day, you both. Glad I could catch you on your live. Keep up the great work, and I'll update you whenever I can with my manifestations. Absolutely do. That would be much appreciated. Top FJS. I don't think I've persisted for even one full day for my SP due to my fear of failure, but my subconscious is impressed enough to see signs. So the signs will probably be the case because you don't have as much attachment to the idea of a sign. If you are able to replicate the same sort of nonchalantness as you are with the signs to your SP, then yeah, you will start to see more movement in your specific person. The reason being is fear is from the state of not having. Affirmations, inner conversations, living in the state, all that lot is from the state of having. When you have one side of you doing one thing and then the other side fearing it, you're trying to operate in two states at the same time. However, because it is much easier for us to believe the bad side of things, we assign that state to be true much easier, which is why a lot of people may be doing like quite well during the day, but then if they persist in the fear too much, they're assigning much more meaning to that fear and for it to be true to them, which is why a lot of the times it does take a little bit more time for movement to happen until you start getting over the fear. So absolutely, just owe it to yourself to stay true to your end for until it comes in. Otherwise, yeah, you're just going to be in this loop. Abonea says, nope, scene zoned like a like a bee. Scene zoned like a bee. I don't know what that means, Abonea. Sorry.
I've seen. Oh, like looking at your story is not a good thing.
Oh, like friend zoned? Is that what you mean?
Or like seen and aired?
No idea.
I don't know.
JRC says, Nathan, what video? Living in from Joey. Go check his channel out, by the way, if you're interested in seeing another great creator. Popping in to say that you're amazing, brother. Much love and peace. Thank you very much, Joey. Appreciate that. Nathan Allen says, JRC, I liked this live stream video so much, so more people can find it. Yeah, I think because similar to normal videos, like when I post a normal video, if the more people like it as soon as it goes out, it gets pushed out way more. So I think it's similar to the live streams, I think, where if you guys like the live stream, it ends up getting pushed onto more other like random people's things that I can get new viewers. I think. I don't know if that's how it works, but there must be a reason why they put the like button available while you guys are watching it, because I'm pretty sure, or I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure these likes don't translate over. No, they must do. You know what? I don't know what I'm talking about. Jason G says, oh, I accidentally skipped past. Discord of frequency. Some people have lower vibrations. Me being a higher vibration, does the lower vibration rub off on me? Only if you allow it to. I mean, obviously, yes, when you're around someone that is like quite down and stuff, it usually does get your mood down. But from a vibration standpoint, because I'm assuming you've been involved in a lot of law of attraction stuff, and I don't personally agree with the whole vibration side of law of attraction, but for the argument's sake of your question, there vibration won't rub off on you unless you let it. Basically, them being around you isn't going to cause you problems unless you let it cause you problems. So you should be all right. JRC says, with a face. Abinaya says, I came here and I thought that you were starting to think that I'm kind of annoyed and weird in a bad way, if you get what I mean. No, I saw your messages and I was listening to them at work, but then my manager, because it was payroll week last week, which is basically where we put everyone's pay through, and there's a whole lot of stuff that we have to do. So there are a lot more on your case on that week. And I just completely forgot to get back to you because, as you can probably imagine, I have a lot of like, not only coaching clients, but a lot of people asking for help and just stuff. So I end up I get lost in like my messages sometimes. Oh, I'm dying. Eliza says, what do you think about the 369 manifestation method? The 369 method is a technique. This chair feels lower. I'm going to sit on a cushion.
It is lower than the
I thought so.
things. Yeah, that's why I moved them. Because when you lie back on the sofa, you'd like dip in.
That's better. So the 369 method is simply just a method to get you into the state. The reason why it is quite a widely regarded one is because of how much you actually do the repetition. Obviously 3, then 6, then 9. So you're doing like 18 affirmation scripts, whatever it is that you're doing at the time. So it gets you into the state and it keeps you there for quite a long time. It's just like the 555 method. That one only works so well because you're doing it so fucking long. Like it's where you write something out. What is it? 55. You write something out 55 times for 5 days in a row. Writing I'm in a loving, passionate, committed relationship with someone 55 times is fucking long. But yeah, because it's keeping you in the state quite well. So techniques like that I think are good because they keep you in a structure. A lot of the time people think that they aren't affirming enough. They think that they're not scripting enough and all those kind of things, and their assumptions that they're not doing enough is going to play out for them thinking that they're not doing enough, which is why we obviously try to say that you're doing fine, just keep doing what you're doing. Whereas a method that literally states how many times you do something is quite useful because then it helps kind of set your mind at ease to know that yes, I've done enough. Like if I do the 369 method and I'm like, okay, I've done my 3, I've now done my 6, I've now done my 9, then I can say that's my technique done. If I want to do it again, I can. However, I've done what it says to do, just like the 555 method. Whereas if it's literally just affirmed throughout the day, people are like, well, have I affirmed enough? Have I not affirmed enough? So on and so forth. So I think that of all the techniques, I think the 369 method is quite good. It is basically just affirming or scripting or visualizing, depending on which method you choose it to go with. But the 369 implemented into a technique, I think is quite effective. Yes. Shade Volume says, how does one become nonchalant about manifestation? From a law of assumption standpoint, manifest multiple different things. So don't just focus on your specific person or trying to get out of debt or anything like that. Focus on multiple different areas so that you can have successes in multiple different areas, thus showing you not only that you can manifest, but also that there's more to life than this one specific area that you're trying to manifest in. From a non-law of assumption standpoint, go do things that you enjoy. When you have free time, focus on your desire as much as you want. But if you like to go to the gym or do a hobby or you play for a team of something, go and do those things and make sure you throw yourself into them. The less that you have your mind on, I need to get this in, I don't have this, and so on and so forth, the more desperate you're going to become. But the more that you can go, here, I've done affirmations for 5 minutes, but then I've gone off to go play for my football team for an hour, you're showing yourself that you have much more to live for than just your specific desire, which then allows you to want it without needing it because you don't need it to make you happy. Because at the end of the day, that's all we're really chasing is happiness. And a lot of people associate happiness with their specific people, and thus they basically just give up everything else in life until they get their person back or in if it's a new person. Whereas if you just show yourself that you have a lot more to live for, you can then become a lot more like nonchalant and a lot less controlling over your specific desire. I keep skipping. I hate it when it does that. Oh god, I'm actually so far back as well. There's a lot of comments today. JRC says, so with the internal conversations, affirmations, and living from the end, is that what imprints on our subconscious mind? Yeah, it's basically just being in the state of the wish fulfilled. Your subconscious mind doesn't know what isn't true. All it knows is what you push it out to be. This is why people live the same lives day in and day out, because they know that they work for this company. They know that they have to get up at X time to catch X bus. And that's why a lot of people's lives don't change. The minute that you start feeding it new information by saying, no, this is now my life, it has nothing to base it on because all it knows is what you tell it. So all of these techniques and asking yourself, how would I think, feel, and act, and then living by that, they are all just changing what you are feeding your subconscious mind, which then impresses it, pushes it out, and this is then how you end up living a completely different life, or better in the life that you currently have. Dahlia says, my SP married the third party. How can my affirmations work anymore? How can you say movement? How can any movement happen? People break up all the time. And if you, my belief, obviously it all depends on what you believe in, but my belief is that there's like basically infinite amount of parallel realities, and you simply just occupy one that has your desire in. So right now you're occupying an undesirable one. The more that you switch your focus, you will end up eventually occupying one that has what you want to have happen. People break up. If you're trying to look at it from a conscious standpoint, people break up all the time. Like, just because they're married doesn't really mean anything. Like, they could break up literally today, they could move on tomorrow, they could be in your arms the day after. Like, there's nothing. Them being married does not mean anything. And everyone says, but what if I feel guilty and yada yada yada? From my perspective, from my opinion, all you are doing is occupying a reality in which they want you instead. You're not taking anyone from anyone because you are occupying a new reality. That's my belief. But yeah, like, it depends also what your affirmations are as well. If you're trying to affirm away the person, then that's a bit of a problem because you shouldn't be focusing on the third party. I don't know what your affirmations are, but just something I want to point out there. Aryan says, hey Matt, wanted to ask that my SP said that she lost interest in me, so what can I actually do for this situation? Like some affirmations to use and what to visualize. She was the one who pursued me. So I think the first thing to do is make sure that you're actually doing techniques that you like. Not saying that you don't like those, it's just a thing to remember. In terms of affirmations and stuff, what is your desired end result? That's the first step, is to get clear on what it is that you want. Do you want them to say that they were wrong and come back? Do you want them to just say that they were wrong, but then you can go your separate ways? Like, get clear on what it is that you actually want, and then use that to break down into affirmations. So if you were to write out a list saying, I want her to, was that her? Yeah, she lost interest. So I want her to act this certain way and this certain way, and our relationship to be like this. Then you can turn those into affirmations, like I am in this kind of relationship with my specific person. Or your visualizations could be you and them doing something that implies that it is true. So get clear on what it is that you want, and then create your own affirmations through that way. Because I could just throw some at you, but they might not be particularly what it is that you actually want. So without knowing more about what you want, it's pointless me really giving you affirmations. But general ones is, I am in a loving, passionate, committed relationship with my specific person. You can obviously change it to their name, just stuff like that.
So and so loves that we are together.
Yeah, exactly.
She is very happy that we are together. She loves to show me off.
Oh, my neck.
The whole world can see how happy we are. That's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah. Abanea says, like, I thought you started becoming distant after what I told you. If you did, no, I'm just a busy bee. You should have just sent me a message saying, oi, prick, answer me. Honestly, I'm not.
I'd still ignore it though. You ignore everything.
I do ignore it. But no,
not
I'm
on purpose. Like, not on purpose.
I am
not being rude or anything. He is honestly the busiest person I've ever met in my entire life.
I pretty much wake up at 7:50, and depending on the day, I won't stop until like 10 at night. Pretty much, not all of it to do with this. Like, I obviously do my job, and then I do coaching. Some days I record videos, edit videos, obviously all that kind of stuff, and then I go gym, come back, and like coach a bit more, possibly some nights. And by the time I've ate and showered and stuff, it's like 10 o'clock. So some days I literally just don't stop. But yeah, no, you should have just messaged me. Honestly, I try my very hardest to not ignore people, like, at all. But sometimes it happens, doesn't it? Dev says, what do you do with the fear of the third party? Even though I say that I am loved, chosen, and prioritized, the fear of the third party is only there because of your self-concept. They only exist to show you your self-worth. You don't believe that you are worthy enough for this person, which is why you believe that they've gone off for someone else. So the first step is to get to the root cause of why you have that fear. Is it because you don't feel like you're enough? Is it because Well, I mean, that's probably pretty much one of the very few. But yeah, get to the root cause of the fear and then tackle it from there instead of trying to. Well, I mean, I would still say stuff like "I am love, chosen, prioritized," all that kind of stuff, but I would definitely try to tackle it from a "I am worthy of the love that I desire. I am worthy of the love that specific person has for me," and all that kind of stuff. Because you're trying to, like I said in one of my videos the other day, you're trying to fix the problem of there's a third party. I need to get rid of them so my person can love me instead of going to the solution of my person already loves me. In the state of the wish fulfilled, if you were to have your desire, there wouldn't be a third party. So there's no point in you trying to focus on removing them so that your person loves you. Instead, you should just go to the end of your person loving you already.
I was just gonna say, you also may have some kind of like assumptions, for example, that they prefer brunettes and you're a blonde, or whatever it is. Like you might have some of those assumptions sort of hidden in there. And if you sit there and actually work out what they are, then you can sort of argue that in your affirmations.
Yeah. I mean, to an extent, I wouldn't argue.
Well,
Just
you know what I mean.
choose
Like,
the new.
I am the exact type that they are after, whatever.
Do you want to see
sort
something
of thing.
cool? I like a peacock. But yeah, exactly. Katie's right
That
there.
was so cool.
It
I'm
was
so
fun.
proud of you. Well done.
Thank you. Avenir says, "Oh well, Katie's almost there. It's like friend zone, but instead of friend, it's seen like left me on red like a bitch."
The person reading their stories.
Yeah. Well, just have more interesting stories then. No, I'm joking. Well, you know what to do, Avenir. End result. You had movement not long ago, so get back on.
Change the reason.
Yeah, exactly. Get back on. Maybe your stories are so amazing that he's just lost for words. There you go. But peacock.
Or he sits and he waits for you to post the story, and he's like, "Oh my god, story!" But then he's a little bit too nervous to reply.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're Avenir and you're the shit. So how is he ever going to live up to?
And he's like super excited to see them pop up.
Exactly.
And then, yeah,
That's why he sees them immediately. See?
He just sees them straight away because he is waiting. He's literally waiting for your story to pop up, and he clicks on it, and then he gets that little butterflies in his tummy, and he's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I can't." And then, yeah.
Exactly. So, and yeah, so there you go. See, that exactly.
It's so hot in here.
Is it?
Yeah,
I'm all right
boiling.
actually. I even just pulled my socks all the way up.
I'm absolutely boiling.
You can go like get the fan or something. If it's probably quite loud, isn't it?
But
yeah, see how simple that was though. Like, how I know obviously we're not the ones in the situation, but you see how easily we managed to just change it into an amazing reason for Avenir. That's what you guys should be doing. You should be seeing the best out of every possible situation. Oh, look at that, Katie. You were basically exactly right. You said about half an hour in, people start showing up. We're now at 30, and it's 32 minutes in. Not any fucking more, it's not. She-Hulk. Shraddha says, how to control oneself from reacting to 3D circumstances. Sometimes I can't help myself from feeling sad and low, even though I know I should not worry about it. You can feel sad and low. This is the common misconception. This is why so many people that post videos saying how to ignore the 3D and stuff like that. I mean, to be fair, even myself in old videos, I have said that you should just ignore it. But upon coaching more people and learning more myself, I've now changed that you should actually accept it. So you can feel sad, you can feel low, but what you need to do is feel those things through and then choose a new reality instead of feeling them through and then going, oh, this is now my life. This is how things are going to be. I'm never going to get my manifestation. Feel them through and just be like, look, I see what you're showing me. I see it. I feel it. It all sucks. However, in my reality, I'm actually, and then list out your desire. You can feel things through, and we're not supposed to not feel anything because we're humans, but it's what you do once you've felt it through. I think there was a study, I'm not going to Google it because I'll spend too much time on my phone, but there was a study that showed that we actually only experience pain and sadness, like emotional pain and sadness, for something like 27 seconds. It's our repetition of repeating it in our mind that extends how long we feel it. But apparently, like the initial actual, oh God, this hurts me, only lasts a couple seconds. So feel it through until you felt it through, and then you let it go, and then you get back on whatever it is that you were doing to get this desire in. You're not supposed to just not worry about it. You're not supposed to just not be affected by it. It's what you do once you've been affected by it that matters. Because yeah, we all have sucky days. You can't be like perfect and all that like every single day. Top FJS says, in your last video, you said you should focus on the end state instead of a text as it's not effective. What if I want to manifest a talking stage as I haven't decided yet if I want a relationship? If it is genuinely your end result, then that's fine. Like I always say to go straight to the end result. And if that is your end result, then absolutely. It's just most people try to get a text because either they fear that the end result isn't actually going to happen and they need to manipulate each individual step,
Or they're desperate.
Yeah, or they're desperate.
Desperate for some form of sign, some form of contact, something to show them that it's coming. So they put all their energy and all their focus on that one thing, and then it's gone.
Exactly. But if it is actually genuinely your end result for now, then that's fine. Like, for example, people that say that they want a relationship, but they don't want to get married yet, I wouldn't tell people that their end result should be marriage. I will say, get the relationship. And then if you want marriage, then go on to marriage. If it's not something that you could wake up right now in it and you wouldn't be happy, then don't do it. You know? JRC says also Matt's membership is a big help for him and us people, so join up. Absolutely, it's nice as well. It's nice being able to engage with more people in a bigger group setting, because I have clients and stuff and I love working with the clients, but this is more of like a relaxed, like oh, I have a little question, or how's everyone's day doing, and all that kind of stuff. So it's nice.
And sometimes other people answer you as well, like and I think it is nice that you can get quite a few different people's perspective. Obviously you can wait for
okay. Yes.
But I think it's nice that with like the questions and stuff, people get like other people's perspective. There is a lady in there that always answers everybody really, really good advice, actually.
Yeah, I like her.
Really good advice.
She's Lady Bon, for anyone that doesn't. I don't think she shows up to that, actually. I think she's Christine on here. She shows up as Christine, I'm pretty sure. She does.
So she always has really nice advice for people, and there's quite a few people that ask questions quite often. They always get a response and stuff. So yeah.
I think my favorite thing about the Discord though is the success stories. Every now and then someone will just, oh, by the way, this happened, and it's like, yay!
And it's like, yay!
But yeah,
excited for them.
So if you are interested in joining the membership, and you get discounts on the services as well, which is another thing. The YouTube homepage has a join button. Join that, and then you will see members only community things, and that's where you can join the Discord to be involved in stuff. I am trying to think of more things to do for the obviously, and there is the once a month Zoom call, which we've just had our first one, and it was quite short, and so I'm going to improve the length of them. But yeah, I think it was all in all quite good, actually. So yeah, if you're interested in being part of the community, join that. Thank you for that, JRC. Abner says, yeah, that's what I thought too. I'll keep in mind in case you don't reply. Yeah, absolutely. After the stream, I'll try to get back to you as well. Eliza says, that's interesting. I don't even know about the 555 method. Thank you. Definitely doing more research into these techniques. Yeah, I did the 555 method, and by the end of it, I was just, I was done, because it aches my hand. Like writing a sentence out 55 times with a pen 5 days in a row killed me off.
What did you do it for?
I don't even remember. Money. I do remember. It was money.
Don't even mum. Oh, now I said it wrong. Money. Mum. Mummy.
Come back. Top FJS says, watch. Oh, it's my mum's birthday today as well. So even though she doesn't care about anything I do, wish her a happy birthday just so I can screenshot and say, ha. Top FJS says, what should I do if my emotions get the best of me and making it hard for me to focus on my affirmations and stay at the wish fulfilled? Well, like I said to the other person a minute ago, I'm not going to refer to you as other person. Like I said to Shraddha a minute ago, sit with them, feel them through, let them go like in a healthy way. Don't try to bottle them up or push them away or anything like that. And then go and do something that makes you happy before you get on to trying to affirm and stuff. If you are struggling to get into the state, if you struggle to accept it and let it go like I do, because when I react, I find it very difficult to come back down to earth. Katie will vouch for me. When I'm in a mood, I stay in a mood for a very long time. Yeah. So I just go and do something else. I don't even bother trying to affirm or anything like that until I'm on like a level playing field. So sit with it, feel it through, accept it, go do something that makes you happy and makes you feel good and reminds you that you don't need this desire. You may want it, but you don't actually need it to be happy. Then get back on it. That would be my advice. Dahlia says, he's my SP and 3P invaded my relationship. Just go kick her head in. Simple solution.
We do not condone violence.
I fucking do. Okay, so that was my SP is married to the third party. Okay, so just first off, take your attention away from the third party. Where your focus goes, energy flows. So the only way that they are going to have any power within your reality is if you persist on acknowledging their existence. Take them out of the equation and they are removed. They will be removed. And go back to trying to live in the end of you being with your person. Like I said, based on my belief, you will just end up occupying a reality where you already have this, as long as you are able to take them out of the equation and put you in their slot instead. Don't focus on trying to get rid of them. Focus on just.
Also, you should have no guilt at all if they invaded your relationship in the first place.
I mean, absolutely, you should. No, I'm joking. You shouldn't. You shouldn't have guilt ever. Like, guilt is
like
such
100% don't. I feel bad for that.
Yeah, guilt is such a poor, like, unnecessary thing. Oh, there's actually a lot of comments. Holy shit. I haven't got my glasses. Yeah, could you get my glasses as well, please? They're upstairs.
Yeah,
They should be on the desk.
thanks.
Krimmer says, I want distinction in my exams, which is from 18th of June. What should I do? I would literally. Huh? Yeah. I would literally just live from the end of already having that result. I recently passed my theory test and I was unsure whether I'd studied enough for it. And literally just every time I studied, I set the intention that study session was going to teach me everything I needed to know to pass. And like leading up to my exam, I was literally just telling myself, I passed my theory test, I passed this, and like I passed with flying colors. I'm happy. I am happy that I can tell everyone I passed and those kind of things. And yeah, I ended up passing. So that would be my advice: is anytime you do studying, set the intention that you're going to soak up all the information, and leading up to then say that I'm so grateful I passed my exams with distinction results or anything along those lines. Just occupy it as if you've already done it. Dev says there was a Reddit page stating that this person has been manifesting their person for 6 years and still haven't gotten success. They have been visualizing and living in the end. What is your take on it? So this is one of those weird situations where things can take a long time. They can take a long time. For example, my job that I work at now took me a month to get. A month is quite long. For someone that is used to doing this, a month is quite long for something like a job. The pay rise took a couple of months because I've been working on it borderline immediately. So it took a few months. So things can take a long time. So 6 years could have potentially have been their bridge of incidents. It could have possibly been that it did genuinely take that long. Oh, they're on the back of the TV. You know what? I don't know where they are actually. I'm throwing out locations and they're probably not in any of them. I'll go have a look in a minute. Thanks. I'm pretty sure they are actually behind the TV. This might be my last live stream ever, guys, because I might have my head taken off in about 4 minutes. But yeah, so things might take a long time. But a lot of the time, people that persist for that long usually are coming from a state of obsession. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that people should give up. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's unhealthy or it's weird or anything like that to want your person for a long time, because I don't care what people do. I'm here to help you get your results. Huh? Okay, never mind. I'm here to help you get your results, and I couldn't care what it is that you want, how you want it, whatever like that. I'm not here to judge. But a lot of the time, the people that are willing to stick out for 6 years with next to no movement, I'm assuming, probably are very obsessed. To be able to stay consistent to one person for that long with next to nothing to hold on to are probably way too obsessed with the person to be able to actually live in the end, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not trying to put them down, and I'm not saying that this is 100% true. I'm just going based off of an assumption that I have from coaching many clients, seeing many success stories, and hearing from other clients, other coaching people, because I talk to other law of assumption YouTubers and stuff on the background, which you guys don't see very much. And yeah, we all have the same sort of experience that almost the longer that someone has been trying to manifest their person, unfortunately, the more sort of generally obsessed they are. And an obsession state is obviously a lackful state. So my opinion on that is they aren't living in the end properly. They are probably just affirming or something like crazy to try and get this person. And that is obviously coming from a state of, I don't need this. It's been so long. I've got to do it. I've got to do it. And I don't have this. It's been so long. All of these kind of things are states where you don't have this thing. So in my opinion, that is what that will be about. I don't know for sure because I don't know this person. This is just a Reddit page you state. So I don't know, but that's my opinion on that. Abonea says, "Oh, Katie, I'll send you a pic on Instagram DMs right now and tell me more there. Don't tell Matt." Okay, I think I'm gonna get nudes from Abonea.
What?
Nothing. Abonea says she's gonna send you photos on Instagram and to
Okay.
not tell me.
Okay.
Better not be trying to steal Katie from me because you haven't got her. You can have her. Aryan's Aryan says message retracted. JRC says Dev, they had limiting beliefs in the wrong coach. I like that answer. It's just basically a very short way of saying they didn't do it very well. Eugenie says, what about the feeling when we affirm? If I try to convince my subconscious that the feeling doesn't matter to manifest, does it work? I mean, yeah, because it's by feeling, do you mean like emotion feeling or like feeling of it already done? Because there are certain aspects that have to be true. I know it may sound like limiting beliefs to say that you have to be in the state of the wish fulfilled for it to come, but there are aspects to it that are actual factual things that you need to abide by. Feeling as though it is already done and impressing your subconscious mind that this is our current experience, that is a must. This is why almost every good spiritual law teacher says that you must reach fulfillment, you know? So feeling does matter to manifest. You can try to convince yourself that you don't need to feel it real, but Neville Goddard, one of the biggest spiritual law teachers, feel it real was one of his biggest like statements. I say it, Kim Velez says it, the guy from Be Something Wonderful, every kind of good coach that has a lot of success with what they're doing, because I may only be a small channel, but when you look at how long I've been around and the amount of people that I've helped, like I clearly know what I'm talking about without inflating my bubble too much. But all the big coaches and the big people that know what they're talking about and have a lot of success all say that you've got to feel it real. But you can obviously try to convince yourself that you don't have to. Thank you, by the way. Anan says, "Gosh, sometimes feel so mad with people just promoting their beliefs that LOA doesn't work and they've failed. It's like blaming the school when you failed your exams. It's just so stupid. I'd suggest ignoring these people." Absolutely. Like, I don't delete many comments. To be fair, I don't delete any comments at all unless it's limiting beliefs. Because even when people actually sit there and like talk shit about my channel, about me, I leave them on most of the time. Unless they actually get quite horrible, and then in which I'm just like, don't need your negativity. But most of the time, if people make argument, like someone the other day put a comment on one of my videos saying, "Oh, so I can use law of assumption to become an animal." I left it because it just looked dumb. But but yeah, like limiting belief stuff, I do genuinely usually delete because you guys don't need to see that shit. You don't need to see other people failing and then trying to put it on you. People don't want to fail, which is strange to me. I'll get onto that in a minute. But people don't want to fail, and people don't want to fail alone. A lot of people, it's like, for example, the best example of this is when you're in school and then someone was just like, "We have homework," and you're like, "I haven't done the homework," and then someone else says, "Oh, I haven't either." Immediately, you feel safer because you know that you failed with someone else, and you're not going to be the only one to fail. It's the same sort of thing. People want to have other people be like, "Oh yeah, I didn't get my thing either. Fuck law of assumption, fuck law of attraction, and all that kind of stuff." So I just delete it. You don't need other people's limiting beliefs things. As for my comment about, I think it's weird that people don't want to fail. I don't. Obviously, I don't like failing, but I do. I would rather fail than not try, because at least if you fail, you can learn from it and try again. Whereas if you don't try in the first place, then you don't even run the risk of. You don't even run the potential to succeed. So yeah. Dev says, I agree, Anand. Good, good. Abinay says, oh, yeah, I'll keep that in mind. I wasn't in my A game because I was pressurized. Oh, I didn't find my glasses, did I? Pressurized and given ultimatum, not in my favor for uni shit, so my focus went there. I ignore people like they never existed because they don't piss me off. You're gone. Fair enough. It'll all turn out all right in the end, Abinay. Jason G says, sometimes I feel like I step into a different dimension. It feels good to visualize. Do you ever feel the universe opening up to a different portals to different dimensions? It's so embarrassing. So I don't think it's like quite that like mystical. Like that's not how I believe it. But there have been times when things have just felt like they've shifted. Or like when I feel like it's about to come in, that kind of state of just like, yep, it's about to come in now. And that is, in my opinion, when you just occupy the new state, the new like reality or whatever you want to call it. So I've never like I don't experience it in that kind of sense of like the universe just going, here's a portal, walk through it. But there are times when things come in and you just knew that they were going to, and it feels like you have literally just walked into like a new reality, a new state, or a new like those kind of things. Absolutely, I agree with. Dev retracted a message, then Strada retracted a message. It was retracting. Can I manifest a free iPhone 13 Pro? I mean, you can. Not going to stop you. You know how to go about it. Abonea says, but besides not being in my game yet, I'm in my stealth mode right now. I keep seeing some amazing Instagram reels where I see rising influencers keep posting stuff like how they broke up with SP and got back, and that reels about their marriage and stuff I said above was their backstory. Oh, I see. We'll use it to fuel you. That's why in my first X-Back video, I made it like to tell you my story about me and Katie. In this version, I didn't do it about me and Katie because I just thought I would just give you things that I'd learned and stuff. But it's always good to know that like people have the successes, especially the people that are teaching it, because you want to know that we actually have the success to be backing up what we're talking about. And then it says happy birthday. Fucking, I can't even talk. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hang on. Hang on. Camera. I'm only going to get Anand's message in. Don't worry. I'm not going to put anything. I'm not going to send any of your other stories to my mum. My mum doesn't even care what I'm doing, let alone what you guys are doing. Can you scribble out everybody else, please, other than Anand?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will send her a message of you saying happy birthday. Top FJS says, should I manifest a text from someone else before my SP to build trust in my manifestation powers? If you'd like to, I do recommend keeping it, like trying to manifest small things or things that aren't really that important to try and build your trust. So if that is something that you think would help build your trust in the manifestation, then go for it. Absolutely. Crimer, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, says thank you. You're welcome. What was your question? What did I say to you? Oh, that was ages ago. Oh, okay, about the exams. Yeah, well, you got it. I know you got it. You're going to show up to, what day are we on now? Hang on. You said 8th. Oh, so the exams already happened. Oh, I thought we were in June. Yeah, so back to what I said, just assume the state of it already being done. And to prove for anyone, just in case, there's the proof that my mum's not going to see what you guys
I mean, to be fair, she could just join the live and see what everybody posted.
Yeah,
anyway.
but that would require taking interest in her son. I'm very mean to my mum. She does love me. We're just distant family, shall we say. Dev says, I hate when people tell me that I am not in control. Only God knows my fate and I can't change it. It pisses me off. Hinduism can be limiting sometimes. Yeah, I'm not big on religion. Even if like I just like the idea of being in control of my own life. I've even before I learned about the law of assumption, I would always try to run my own life. I had never believed in any of the kinds of gods. I never followed it. I would always get up and go and do my own thing for myself. And this is why I love the law of assumption so much, is because it basically gives you the power to do everything yourself and actually have good lives. And so absolutely, any kind of religion is not. I don't know enough about religion to say this with absolute certainty, but I feel like a lot of religions do have quite a lot of limiting beliefs about what you can do from a God standpoint. So, yeah.
A lot of contradicting rules as well.
Yeah. Oh, I accidentally missed out. Thing you said message and I said that. That's fine. I've got back to it now. Abonea says, "Oh God, tell me about it, Dev." JRC says, "Affirm that Matt's glasses are at the table." I bet they're up there. I bet if I got there, they'll be there.
Go on, go look.
I can't. I've got to be here for the people. Abonea says, "I'm Hindu, and except me, the rest of my family are devoted into religion and stuff, and they all impose it on me. It's pressuring as fuck." Yeah, I do feel sorry for you guys, to be fair, but soon you'll be free, and then you can lose the law of assumption to yourself. What we have to do when we get to 100k, we're gonna have to have like a little pot for people that are struggling, and we can be their manifestations. So we'll have like a pot of money, and it's like, "What's your situation?" "Oh, I can't like do this because of money." I'm like, "Ha! Here, I'm your manifestation." There you go.
That sounds like a good plan.
And we can save Abonea from her household. Eugenie says, and how to manage a potential long distance obstacle for indefinite period. An SP who actually was in a relationship with someone and wish you the best because she moved in another country. Sorry, that my.
And how to manage a potential long distance obstacle. Indefinite. Okay, so they've moved away
Yeah.
for an indefinite period. An SP who was in a relationship with someone, are they still in a relationship with someone? And wish you the best because they have moved to another country.
When you say how to manage, what exactly is it that you're wanting to happen? Are you wanting this person, or are you wanting to come back, or are you wanting the third party gone? Like, what exactly do you mean by how to manage? And then we'll be able to answer your question a little bit better. Top FJS says, how many success stories have you had? Quite a lot, actually. I actually don't post anywhere near as much success stories as I receive. The reason being is for my posted success stories videos, I had always tried to aim to keep them quite different. So I would do like one person back and then one new person, then like someone getting a job. I tried to keep it varied for so that more viewers having different kinds of situations would be able to um, get like something from the video. Because even though I know a lot of people do want their persons back, and that's literally 90% of my coaching, I don't want my channel to be only people back videos. I've tried my hardest to try and keep it very varied, whether it's like my pay rise or like material things and business and stuff, because like there are YouTube channels out there that have absolutely abused the algorithm because SP does the best, and it's a smart move and there's nothing against it, but I just want to be there for everyone. Basically, I want to do a video for everyone in any kind of situation. And that is why I haven't posted many success stories, because at the moment I have a lot of clients and I have a lot of clients getting successes, but it's all SP stuff. So I don't post it because I don't want to do a video of just, oh, this person X back, this person X back, this person X back, because it's just a repeating loop, you know. But I would say that did you specify what kind of success? How many successes have you had in total? I would say that I have probably had, since you've just said successes in general and not just specific person one, anywhere between sort of 30 and 40, which may or may not be a lot to you. I don't know, but I have only been coaching for a couple of months. And obviously, yeah, it took a while to kick off and stuff. And those are like
End result ones.
basically end result ones. Yeah, there's a lot.
Not ones that are still happening.
Yeah. There are a lot that are, I don't want to say in the process, because it like some of the people that email me, were you going to say something?
No.
Some of the people that like come to me for coaching, they're getting movement, but like the next email they send me will there be them going completely back on themselves, and I worry about them sometimes. But start to finish, have not come back to me because they feel like they've got enough of their manifestation, or like enough is showing up for them, so they don't need another month of coaching because they know that they've got what they want enough to go forward. Anywhere between 30 and 40, and probably about 23 of them are specific people ones, which I'm quite impressed with considering I've only been doing it for 4 months. And yeah, I'm quite happy with myself for that. And Android says, hey, what the fuck, Matt? What did I do?
What did you say?
I don't know.
Did you say something bad? Was it when I was upstairs?
Did he say anything further down? What did I do? Oh, no, I can. Anand, what did I do? What did I do? Affiliate Jumpstart says, AO Affiliate Jumpstart. You know what's funny about you, actually, Affiliate Jumpstart? And I don't know if you would get it if I was to comment on your thing, but we're going to have a little look-sees at some point. I'm going to comment on one of your videos at some point. But because you are got a lot of subscribers, you come up in like a special notifications on my thing to tell me that you've commented. So that's just an interesting thing. Avenea says, if I was Matt's mother, I'd be disappointed too. Oh, it might have been because I sent the thing to my mum. Why would you be disappointed? I'm joking, don't do that. Yeah, sorry, Anand, I kind of dropped you. You were the only one that said happy birthday, so she's got to know that like all one of my 25 people watching were nice enough to say happy birthday to her. Really disappointed in the rest of you.
I think someone said it further down.
Okay, we'll see it. I might take that disappointment back.
Really
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of comments today. Ian says, thanks, Katie and Matt. Really felt good joining this stream. Keep doing these sessions. And again, before dropping off, thanks for all the responses and advice. Would surely update once it manifests. Absolutely. We are here pretty much every week. Sometimes there are exceptions. And if you want a like Zoom call potential, a potential to have like a 10-minute Zoom call with me once a month, then join the membership, because then I do that once a month. And
Just to clarify, the Zoom call itself is longer than 10 minutes. It's just when we have everybody join,
We have
you
10 minutes
sort of get
each.
like a 10-minute.
It's like a hot seating kind of thing.
Yeah,
So I'll pull
yeah.
someone up and go, okay, what's your situation? What can I help with? And then I'll give you advice.
And we're thinking of like putting in sort of like a queue system, because the last time that we did it was the very first time that we did it, and we had to like disconnect it and reconnect it and stuff. We're trying to work it out and all of that kind of stuff, so it was a bit of a like working it out sort of thing. But yeah, I think we had about 7
Yeah, I think it was
members
7.
join, and it was a 40-minute thing, so we got through 4 people sort of thing. So we'll probably have like some kind of like queue system sort of thing, because also the other thing is like when people spoke and then joined, and then they like moved all around the screen and stuff, so we couldn't even sort of go by who had joined first or anything.
But yeah, so if you're interested in being part of the Zoom group call, then join the memberships. JRC says anyone that talks shit to Matt needs to find a life. These are great people, family. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. Like I usually, a lot of the mean comments that I get about like me or my channel, I usually have a lot of fun with. Like the one when the guy got angry at me because of my anarchy tattoo, and then I was just like, oh, spooky season, and just like I usually have a lot of fun with. But it's mainly when it gets to a point where they are just like being nasty and it's not fun anymore. Not fun as in like I'm offended, but like I don't even get an enjoyment out of being silly with it. I'm just like, all right, you can go now. And the limiting beliefs, those are the only ones that I remove. But other than that, I get a lot of nice comments. A lot of people are really supportive of this channel. So luckily I don't get it a lot. So that's good. But yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate that, JRC.
He quite often comes home from work and he's like, guess what? I had an argument with someone on YouTube today.
Yeah. I remember there was a time when this was ages ago. It was actually immediately after one of my live streams, one of my earlier ones. Someone commented saying, if manifestation is real, why aren't you in a nicer house? And then I was like, all right. So I had like a little mini conversation, and I was just like, well, actually, funny enough, we like this house because it's convenient for like stuff and yada yada yada. And then she got really arsy with me, and I was just like, you realize that by commenting more, you are getting me paid. And it didn't comment again. So it's just like, it's just funny. People are really goofy. Eugenie says, because sometimes when we affirm or visualize, it's hard to put some emotions or made it feel real. Do you have some tips about that? Sorry for my English. I'm French. I love your channel. Thank you. Oh, your English is really good, to be fair. But thank you very much for nice.
French.
Yeah, better than my French. But yeah, thanks for the nice words on the channel. So you don't have to feel emotions. Emotions is a misconception. Feeling emotions is better because obviously it'll help you feel motivated to do so and make you feel good and stuff. But it's more the feeling it real, as in you can sit there and say, yes, that was real for me. For example, have any of you meditated? And if so, you know when you meditate and you got your eyes closed and everything, especially during the day, and then when you wake up or like when you like open your eyes, you're like, oh yeah, I'm in my bedroom. Like you kind of lose that sense of like where you are. It's like that. It's almost like when you come back to reality and you open your eyes or you finish doing your affirmations, you're like, oh yeah, I forgot that like this is where I am right now. You basically just keep going until then. The way that I'd like to get fulfillment for visualizing, I don't visualize a lot, but for me, visualizing is about repeating the scene until it feels real. For affirmations, the way that I like to is to create quite a long-winded affirmation that expresses fulfillment and emotion. So I feel so amazing to be in such a loving, passionate, committed relationship with Katie. Katie and I have such a healthy, loving, passionate relationship that makes me feel amazing. Like I state how I feel and that I feel fulfilled in it, or I'm in a fulfilling relationship. I will state what I'm wishing to feel. So that might be a bit something to try out. Dev says, I've always questioned myself that what if people never failed their manifestations? I've always questioned myself that what if people never failed their manifestation? What have you questioned? I've always questioned myself that what if people never failed their manifestation? Is it dying?
I think so.
I'm confused. Why do I look at my phone for my laptop dying? It should be all right for a minute. It should give us a notification. Even if it does, close to it, yeah. Can you explain what you mean a little bit more then? I've always questioned myself that what if people never failed their manifestations? I don't fully know what you mean by that, if you can reiterate. Abonea says, happy birthday, Matt's mum. And it actually said, "Happy birthday, Matt's mum." That's the first message that Ashley's put. So she's just here to put or he, sorry, about my mum. So thanks. I'll tell her you all said that. I'm not going to take photos of everyone, but I'll tell her you said that. Jason G says, "It's best not to worry about time, just assumption that it will happen. I already manifested a vehicle. It's crazy how it happens. I also made double once for what I did for work. It works." Yeah, exactly. You just got to know that it's true and know that it's happening. It's literally that simple. It sounds more difficult than it is because YouTubers obviously need to keep their channels going, so they keep creating new ways. But it is literally as simple as, how would I think, feel, and act if I had this thing, and then think, oh, I didn't realize the charger was there. I thought it was upstairs.
I'm actually going to stop that for a minute for my phone.
Oh yeah, no worries. But yeah, it's literally just how would I think, feel, and act if I had the thing, and then you just live by that. Matt Schwartz says, "Matt, I'm struggling with recreating people. How can I do it properly? Thanks." So the way that you recreate people is a way that I would recommend is you list out what it is that you want. So what kind of thing is it that you want from them? Is it that you want them to be more open, more loving, more like anything like that? And then you list it all out, and then you just start to see them as that version. So if it's, for example, you want them to be more punctual, they're always showing up late to your meetings or whatever. When it comes time to seeing them, don't start to get anxious that they're going to be late. Just remind yourself, oh, I'm excited to see XYZ today. We're going to have a great fun. They're going to always like blah, blah, blah. If they show up, reiterate that you are so grateful that they showed up. If they don't show up, or if they show up late, reiterate that you are grateful that they showed up. Because your subconscious mind, like I say a lot, doesn't have eyes. So it can't tell you that what you're telling it is inaccurate. But the more that you pounce on the fact that they were late, the more that you're proving that they're late. Whereas if you can just start seeing them to be the way that you want them to be, they will begin to be like that more. If you start seeing them as the version, so you don't get worried that they're going to be late, and even if they are late or they don't show up at all, you just tell yourself that they showed up and that it was great and that you're really happy that they've turned it around and they're really punctual and they're really like this. You just see them as this new version. And anytime they prove to you that they're the old version still, you just reiterate that they are the new version to yourself. Hopefully that helps. Probably gonna have to cut down on the questions now, or start getting through them, just because we haven't actually had dinner yet, and it's 9:15. So unless you've got an absolutely burning question, if you could hold off on the questions now, and I'll get through the rest of these. And Nan says, "Yeah, that's cool. You can keep making usual success stories, but still, you could just make a specific SP success story video. I mean, just one would still be nice to hear." Yeah, I was meant to do a community post to ask you if you guys would still want that the other day, but I completely forgot. But yeah, I might do, because it's been a while since I've done a success story video. How long has it been? A month ago. Yeah, so it's been a month since I did one. So yeah, I suppose I could do a success story for the SP. So yeah, I might actually do that then. Jason G says, "Cute cat. I got a little kitten. I saved it. It was crying outside in an open farm, and I was working at, and I just had to save it. And it's a wonderful kitten. Love her lots, lol." What's she called? And our one's called Rogan. That one. Hang on, where's my finger going? Over there. It's called Katie. There, it's called Rogan. But yeah, what's your kitten called? Dev says, "Sometimes I get a mental picture seeing myself with SP, but in third person view. It's fine. I like it. Is it fine? I like it. If it feels good for you, it's fine." And there's like a lot of stuff about, like, if you're in third party, someone else is going to experience it. I've never had that play out. I did abide by that rule when I first got into law of assumption, but I have never had that rule. So if it feels good for you, go for it. Kiana says, hi Kiana, you showing up late because we're going to end the stream soon. You'll have to get here earlier next time. To be fair, it's on me though. I didn't post a thing saying when I was going live. Eugenie says, "My SP and I were a few months ago in a loving relationship. My SP is supposed to move to another country, so how to manage or affirm or visualize against that situation? I want my SP near me in my country." First step, take your attention off of the idea that they are moving. Where your focus goes, energy flows. Even if you're trying to affirm them to not go, you're still putting your focus on the fact that they're going. You're still putting your focus on a problem that needs fixing. So instead of focusing on that, just focus on the idea of them staying with you, them being in your town, them being near you. So your affirmations or whatever will literally just state of like, I want my SP near me in my country. Like stuff like, "I'm so grateful that SP lives so close to me. I'm so grateful that SP and I can see each other so regularly because we live so close." And you just keep focusing on that. That is your result. try not to say, I'm so grateful SP chose not to move away and instead stayed with me. Just go straight to the end of, I'm so grateful that we are living together. You haven't got to say grateful, but you get what I mean. Like, SP and I live so close. And how would you think feel and act? You wouldn't be fearing that they're going to be leaving soon if they were living near you and were there. So let go of the fear and just continue to focus on the idea that they are moving closer to you or staying where they are. Affiliate Jumpstart says, "Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm quite active on YouTube as well. Yeah, I'll be honest. I have no idea what you do. I don't know what an affiliate Jumpstart is, but I know that you're a bigger channel, so that's quite interesting. I'm gonna check you out just for argument's sake. But yeah, I saw it and I was like, why are you still there? And then I checked your channel, and then it was like, oh, I think you got like 3K, maybe. I might be wrong there, but yeah. So congratulations for like hitting a big old number. I'm proud of you. Even though I don't know what you do. Sorry. Matt Schwartz says, happy birthday, Matt's mum. She says, thanks. Random name says, Dev, if you assume that it will work for you, it will, absolutely. Amanea says, Matt, you didn't do anything wrong. Don't worry. Just making sure not to be scared if you see your YouTube's gone that next morning. Mate, you can take over. Stressful. You got people like Abanea being annoying. And Android put crying with laughter faces. Dev put happy birthday, Matt's mother. You're the best for creating him. She was half of it. My dad did the other half, but I'm pretty sure he left half of me on the sheets because I'm like 5'7". I'm really small. I don't know why I said that. My mum and dad having sex. Ew. My dad's a prick. Dad, if you're watching this. Matt, sorry. Oh God. I apologize if I butcher this. Yishwera. Sorry if I got that wrong. Matt, can you talk about doing Hoponopono? Hoponopono. I know what that is, but I don't fully. I think it's like it's a forgiveness thing, isn't it? It's like, I have a little Google. I know it. I recognize the name, but I just can't remember what it is. No. I don't. You can get a diploma in it. Hopo. I'm gonna take so long to do this. Hopo. I put hypo. Hopopononomo. What is it? Traditional Hawaiian practice of reconciliation and forgiveness. You know what? I have no idea. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to try and pull anything out of my ass for this. After the stream, I'm going to have a little look-sees and see if I can figure it out. And then in the next stream, I will talk about it if you show up to that one and ask me the same question, because I don't really like talking about stuff that I don't know. So, you know, I'll have a little look-sees and then I will get back to you in the next live stream. So show up to that one and ask me the question, or put it in a comment on this live stream once it goes live, because they get posted and all these comments go and then it's all new comments. So post it there. I'll have a little research and then I'll get back to you on that. Abonere says, happy birthday, Matt's mum. Thank you very much, Abonere. I appreciate that. Oh, God, I jumped down so far. We're going to be here for a long time tonight, Katie. Top FJS says, funny story. I was a firmer for an SP one time and started liking my birds before land more than my original SP. Well, I mean, that's a win-win, because then you can just go for that. It's easy money. Abonea says, P.S. We knew it was your B-day because your son was holding us at gunpoint. Don't worry, I love Katie more. She's really nice, unlike your son. I'm sure you're nice too. My mum is... She's calmed down a lot now. She used to be very mean to people. Not me. Never be mean to me. I'm her boy. She just sends me away. I'm sorry, Mum, if you're watching this. You know how... I'm not even going to go there. Nah, my mum is a nice person. I do over-exaggerate a little bit. She is a nice person and she tries very hard. We've just had a bit of a rocky relationship over the past, and now I still use a lot of that jokingly now. Why are you doing that face? You're making me really uncomfortable.
Oh no, I'm just letting you talk about it.
Oh, okay.
I just thought you was going to say something really bad, and I was just waiting for like something bad, but then you didn't, so it's fine.
Random name says, what? I didn't know it was Matt Mum's birthday. She's a Cancer. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah. Star size. Ola Reedy says, happy birthday, Matt's mum. She says, thank you.
Wait, should we read our horoscope?
We're not reading the fucking horoscope. No, we're not doing it. No.
Let's read our horoscope. Yeah, do it.
Headphone warning. Yishwera
I
says,
don't think that works when you do it after.
yeah, I know.
Headphone warning for 5 minutes
Yeah.
ago.
Hishwera says, how long does it take for my affirmations to get movement from my SP? There's no definite time, but what we do know is that the less that you look for the results, the quicker it comes in. Because by looking, you are occupying the state of, I don't have this and I need to see evidence of it. But if you can just let go of the how and the when and trying to look for evidence, it comes in much more efficiently. So even though it feels like a contradiction and it feels really annoying, honestly, let go of how do I know when it's happening and just let it happen. Just know that it's happening. You'll have much more success. Hicklet says, how do you constantly live in the end? First off, you don't have to constantly, you just have to be in it more than you aren't in it. So your subconscious mind goes, oh, this is the life that we actually live, and then pushes it out. The way that you do it is techniques if you choose to, but the way that I like to do it, and with the pay rise and stuff like that, I've had a lot more success. Oh, I thought you were trying to get my attention. Is asking yourself, how would I think, feel, and act if I had my desire? Write out a list of thoughts that you would have, feelings you would have, and actions that you would take. And then anything that doesn't involve you pushing into the 3D too much, occupy those states. An example for my pay rise, and Katie can vouch for this as well, I put my budget to be that my outgoings were more than I actually earn, because I would try to live by the assumption that I would earn that money. So my outgoings might be like, I don't know, 1.8k, for example. I think it was like in the early 1.8ks every month. I was only earning late 1.7s, like after tax and everything. But I left my sheet saying that I earned more, and that's why I was paying out more, because I was trying to occupy the state of this. Every time I looked at my sheet, I was like, oh yeah, I earned this amount. This is why my outgoings are this much. Now, because of the pay rise, I can afford exactly what my budget said was too much for me to actually afford, if that makes sense. So those kind of things, actions that don't actually force you to reach out into the 3D and cause more problems for yourself, absolutely take those actions, because they are all occupying the state of the wish fulfilled. And it's just exactly that. Thoughts, feelings, and actions that imply that you already have your desire, live by them throughout the day. And that's all you have to do. JRC says, don't worry about time. Absolutely. Jason G says, happy birthday to Matt's mum. She says, thank you very much. Random name says, honestly, you can even affirm when you're sad or when you're doubting, but I would only do it if you're also affirm that you are choosing and sorry. But I would only do it if you are also affirm that you are choosing the desired feeling rather than staying in the negative feeling. I feel lonely right now, but I know that the truth is that I am feeling that I'm in a loving relationship with SP. Yeah, so affirming while in a negative state is not inherently wrong. It's just a lot of the times people look at the situation and go, I need to change this. That's why I'm going to affirm. And that is focusing on the problem, trying to cover it up. That's when I say not to affirm when you're in a bad state. But if you can occupy it in the same sort of way that Random Name says, where you are just trying to remind yourself of what your life is actually like and the power that you have, that's fine, because you're just reminding yourself of who you are. It's like crying and then going, actually, no, I'm a bad bitch, and then getting back on your feet. It's the same sort of thing. Avenir says, Kitty, is that Run Run? Oh, it's Run Run. No, that was Rogan.
Rogan.
Yeah, I don't know. Ray Ray's the black one. Ray Ray's my baby.
Minus Seth Rogen.
Yeah, she is, yeah. Kiana says, I know, I just got home. My baby girl had a baseball game, or is that basketball game? And they won. What was the score? And I'm assuming I'm going to guess it's basketball. I'm pretty sure it's basketball. I feel like you've told me in the past it's basketball. Confirm, please. But no,
Is that the vision board one?
No.
No. Oh.
No, unfortunately not. Get Katie's vision board. They're really cool. But yeah, no, please let me know whether it's baseball or basketball.
Player on a vision board. So
oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
And their daughter was a basketball player.
Yeah, no, it's not the same person. Abner says, so Run, what's your opinion about LOA and stuff that your papa is doing right now? Run, isn't your mama Katie adorable? I think so too. Thanks for the live session, Mr. Run, the kitty cat. You got that all wrong. It's Rogan. That wasn't Ray. That wasn't Run. And both of them are girls.
So Seth is a boy, and then I wanted to call the cat Seth Rogan, which means Rogan has a boy name. I don't know. Whatever name.
Rogan's a girl's name as well.
Yeah.
Rogan from X-Men. was a female. But yeah, so you got that all wrong,
But
Evan.
everybody always thinks that Rogan is a boy, and I'm like, but look at her little tiny face. How can you say that beautiful face is a boy? It's not.
Yeah. But yeah, so better luck next time. Emma says, what does the other people feel when being manifested? Does it feel natural to them even if we aren't in contact? Yeah, so it'll just be a pull to occupy a state that you are implying that they are in. So if you're saying that they love you and all that kind of stuff, eventually they will be pulled to reach out to you, and that will then lead to you to get into what you, because it's a bridge of incidents. So they might not, and I don't want to say this and put anyone off. What?
I was just gonna say, as someone who has been manifested, I can confirm that it is literally like you just know what you got to do that day. It just like it's not even like you sit and you contemplate it, and I mean you do to some extent, but like you're just like, hey, I got to do this right now.
And one thing, a misconception as well, that like I think a lot of people need to let go of, not because it's not 100% true, but bridge of incidents is a thing for a reason. For example, when Katie and I got back together, she may have woken up feeling pulled to come get me and to come speak to me about the breakup or like getting back together, but it wasn't I'm picking you up because we're back together now. There was a bridge to get there. Even though my affirmations were we are together and all that kind of stuff, it wasn't just immediately. It was like, shall we talk about it? Blah, blah, blah. Like, what's the best thing for us to do? And then the bridge led to us getting back together. So your person may not feel exactly how you want them to feel right now, but that is part of the bridge of incidents. That is part of them reaching out and then date and then getting to know each other again or more or whatever, then leading to your affirmations. So just because your affirmations right now are they love me, they love me, they love me, and then they message you saying, no, I don't love you anymore or whatever, that doesn't mean that you are not being heard. That just means your bridge of incidents is still in the bridge of incidents, if that makes sense. So they will just be pulled to act accordingly, according to how the universe wants to put it together.
Like a need to do something. It won't just be like waking up like I'm in a relationship with blah blah, let's go sort of thing. It will be like, hey, I wonder how they're doing. Maybe I should send them a text or like, yeah.
Exactly. So it will just feel whatever feels natural for them to in order to kick off the bridge of incidents, basically. Kiana says Katie is beautiful. She is indeed. Eugenie says, thank you for all your tips. You're very welcome. Kiana says, ha ha ha, good question, Emma. And then Roy says, message retracted. Affiliate Jumpstart says, I recently manifested free chicken wings from a local restaurant twice. I want free chicken wings. Are you? Affiliate Jumpstart. You got a fucking new subscriber, you do. You just gone and got me chicken wings. We are not doing a single question until I've subscribed to something that I know nothing about. I'm going to learn. Oh wow, you're on 6.9. Bloody hell, I may have just misseen, but I swear the last time I saw it, you were on like 3. But fair play. Everyone, give a round of applause to Affiliate Jumpstart for getting to 6.9k. I've just subscribed. I'm going to learn about it. You're learning about my stuff, so I'm going to learn about yours. Dulce or Dolce, sorry, I don't know. When you manifest changing a person, he remembers the past. Ho'oponopono is great. Okay, so I think that's separate things. So unless you revise it, yes, they will remember the past, because the past is the past for a reason. Even though we can change it, your occupation of that being your past will be your past. You can revise it and do all of that kind of stuff, but if you are just living forward, if you are just looking forward and trying to manifest your new desired reality, they will remember the past. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything bad. That could just mean that they remember the past, but they've let go of the past. And then the other part of your question, Ho'oponopono is great. I heal an illness with it. Yeah, like I said earlier on, I will do a little bit of research. Then either in the next stream or if you comment after this video or whatever, then I'll give you my answer based on what I've learned. I do recognize it though. I do recognize it. Kiana says, Kim Velez says it's good to do. What's good to do, Kiana? I don't know. What's good to do?
Is it in relation to that comment there?
It's a good question, Emma, but Emma was the thing about what do people feel?
Oh,
I'm not sure. If you could just explain what you meant by it's good for good to do. JRC says, oh, and Katie, I wanted to personally thank you for doing my affirmations tape.
You're welcome.
Yeah, get our affirmations tape as well. We actually have, I think, other than obviously general coaching, I think the affirmations tape has the most amount of like feedback. Like people absolutely love the affirmations tapes. So absolutely pick one up.
I like making them.
They're good. I mean, they're a lot for me to edit, but I like it. It's all good. Kiana says, I don't care much about SP anymore. That's a good thing. That is, it means you've taken off the pedestal. And if you still want the desire, then like by all means continue to go for it, and then it'll be much easier for you to bring them in. What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing. Carry on.
I'm really scared now. Matt, you stink.
Yeah, he does.
Funny. To be fair, we did the garden today, so probably. Kiana says, I feel like something's wrong with me. I want money, honey. Go for it. Go for money. Absolutely. Money over people any day of the week. Anand Roy says, message retracted. Anand, what are you doing? Are you just typing out messages going, this will get him? Avanea says, you checked whether you stank. You saw this message. Did I manifest Matt checking himself when I said he stank? What? When did I do that? What are you on about? Shh. You weren't supposed to say that, Anand. Let me live in peace. I knew you were behind it. You guys are little flirts, aren't you? You guys always having little conversations. I ship it. Anand and Avanea. Anandanea.
With a H in it.
Yeah. You guys, I'm letting you guys have your little flirty session, so I'm leaving you to it. Kiana says 8-16 basketball. I knew it was basketball. That's really cool. What position does she play? I used to play point guard when I played basketball. Tell her well done from me. Random name says crying and being like, no, I'm actually a bad bitch. My morning in a nutshell. Yeah, I pretty much do the same. I do mine internally, but yeah, I pretty much do the same. Oh god, where is the? It keeps skipping to the bottom. It's really annoying me. Kiana says, oh, I love vision boards. I'd love to know more. Katie, we can do vision boards and wine, like a girl group. I'd totally join. See, actually, I've thought about this, about doing a group session vision board making thing as like a potential like service or like a show up and you guys can make your own ones. Because I've seen that other people have done it, but I have no idea how they'd even work. I'm assuming you'd have to like share your screen and go, and then we put the picture here. And then we do this. And then, like, like Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
Now we have a nice little tree. But yeah, absolutely. The vision boards are really. I'm going to show you mine.
I honestly don't really like it. I made it. Don't get me wrong, I made it, but I like the really girly, pretty ones. I can't help it. So
I can't show you like other people's. No, obviously they're other people's vision boards, but
yeah, I sort of like make them. They can either be. Well, actually, I make them in both sizes. So like you could have computer screen size. And like phone screen.
Yeah, they're really good.
Why did I take all those selfies on your phone?
When I had the ring light upstairs for a video, but I hadn't started doing a video yet. So this is it's got the kids in it. Never mind. I wanted to show you mine, but all of mine have the kids in it and stuff. But yeah,
show like the home screen one. That doesn't have the kids.
Yeah, but you don't like it. I mean,
well, I do like it, but
so this is one of my vision boards that she made, and obviously mine's on my phone. But yeah, like they're really cool. And they're different. They're different for everyone. She hasn't just taken the same thing and then changed the pictures. Like every single
templates either.
Yeah, it's all from scratch, and she makes them all unique. So they are really good. Like they definitely are.
I think I've caught the sun at the very top of my head. I keep looking at it. It's really red.
But yeah, you should definitely do a group call. You should just on your own. I can go play with Tristan. Avaneo says, looks like I'm getting cancelled for assuming genders. Absolutely. Bin. It keeps skipping. And Nandroy says absolutely no. Insert. Oh, they're still just flaring. Affiliate Jumpstart says thanks, Matt. You're very welcome. You should be proud of yourself for what you've done. It's not easy.
I feel like no one listened to the stop commenting
thing. No, I know, but I mean it is what it is, isn't it? Don't back down says I'm getting stuck on the time is taken to manifest an SP. Okay, so take your attention off of time, because the more that you focus on time, the more time that you're only going to add, because you get where you are, not where you want. So the more that you are in a situation where you don't have them and it's taking a long time, you're going to get more of it. When you do accidentally focus on time, try to see the best possible situation. So it's only taken this long because SP is becoming the best possible version of themselves for me. It's only taken this long because make up a reason. You know, if you try to avoid looking at time, but then if you do end up looking at time, make sure to see it in the best possible outcome. Random name says ho po no ho o po no po no po no ho o po no po no oh ho o po no ho o po no po no. Thanks. I'm still gonna say it wrong forever. Kiana D says ho po no. Sorry, I've already let you down. Random name says, as someone from Hawaii, that is how you pronounce it. I do try. It's not like I'm taking the piss. It's just really difficult to wrap my head around. Ho'oponopono. There you go. Ho'oponopono. Thanks. Kiana D says, Kim recommends Ho'oponopono. Lol, I'm spelling it wrong. Oh, I see. That's what she recommends. Yeah, it's some sort of forgiveness thing. I do remember it. I do remember it being, it does feel quite nice. I remember doing some sort of like Ho'oponopono meditation when I first got into Law of Attraction like years ago. And I remember feeling quite good after, but I can't remember what it is exactly. Emma says, do you know anyone that changed their eye color with LOA? No, I don't know anyone directly. I've seen success stories online about it, but I don't know anyone directly that has. Random name says, you're good, lol. We had to sing a song with the word Ho'oponopono in it. And so that's how I know it. Oh, okay. Fair enough. And then Roy and Avner are now they're so cute. Look at them. And then Roy put crying faces, and then Avner is like, huh, Matt? Yeah, the fuck. You do it every session, every live stream. You two have a little back and forth about spelling names wrong and like Avner covers blown and all that. It's cute. It's cute. Random name says, don't give up and don't feel blue. There's someone that believes in you. That's Ho'oponopono. The only part of the song I remember. That's nice. I like that. Abner says that was a friendly flare. Man, that was weird. They're like, you know, when you say like, you guys should get to like, you like thingy, and they're like, I don't like thingy. That's what this is like. I've lost 2 subscribers now. Dion Tyler says, hey Matt and Katie, how are you? We're very good. Yourself? I was surprised to see the live. I thought it was Friday, lol. Well, here bringing joy that it's a Saturday. Okay, on a fun note, think fast. If both of you can have 3 things to manifest within 24 hours, what is it? Swimming pool in the back garden, more money. But I suppose if I got money, then I got the swimming pool. More money, 6'1" because I'm a dumpling, and 100k subscribers. That's my 3.
Tattoo studio. That's all mine. The house that I can picture in my head, but I can't really describe.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah. Having 2 cars, so I could have the Mumobile and the nice little car.
See, this is why you guys need to subscribe, so the YouTube revenue allows her to get her dreams.
Well, no, the tattoo studio, that doesn't need anything. That just needs me.
Yeah, I suppose.
I just need to do that.
But yeah, those are our 6, I suppose. If we could start with like, oh, we're almost at the bottom. But yeah, if we could start with any like questions, unless they're absolutely urgent, just because we are trying to get off so we can eat and stuff. But I don't want to just cut the stream. I want to make sure that you guys have it all. Kiana says, that's super cool. Girl talk, Matt. We love, yeah, but girl talk. I mean, that's absolutely fine. I'll go upstairs. I'll play some games. I'll chill. Like, you guys have your girl talk all you want. In fact, you can take the stream over now if you want. Like, yeah.
I think the only problem is if anybody asks me any questions about
Laura Assumption, like, Matt.
bear with me. Let me just go and consult my expert.
But no, it sounds cool. I reckon you should. I reckon you should do a live stream where you just chat with all the people that like to chat.
Yeah, but I quite often, and I'm very aware that I do this, I quite often give advice that goes against your advice.
No, you just give advice that needs a little bit of rewording. That's it. But I don't mean like a full like law of assumption thing. I mean just like a live stream chat where people get to know you and just have a little chit chat and just what's going on in life, you know.
I've definitely sunburnt my head, everyone.
Behind the scenes of Matt's life. She has a video. No, you know what? I'm not even going to go there.
What is it?
Me and listen to that sailor song in the shower. Oh, I need to steal the charger back.
Right, sorry. My phone so I cannot find that video.
Yeah, you show a shower video of me if you want. I don't mind. No, you don't see anything, so don't get excited, you lot.
Oh, I might get banned for nudity.
For nudity, child pornography, because I'm 12. And Android still getting fake upset. Matt Schwartz says, "Did you hear about Psych K?" No, I don't know. I haven't heard anything. What's that?
Google it.
Dev says, "I reacted to my SP's Insta story. I wrote to her that her sister looks cuter than her. She replied with dry text saying thanks. Not going to react, but do I text her back or should I leave it? I'd recommend leaving it. Like,
I feel like that was mean.
yeah, I was gonna say, if you're gonna if you're gonna insult someone, I'd probably wait till they're
Over it.
yeah. But nah, I would just take the L on that one and just get back to being on your game. Like, it's okay. Circumstances don't matter, so the text is not a problem. Just get back on your game. But yeah, I would just leave it on that one. Abonea says, "Take your mind off of it," and I think he meant it jokingly, but still, that was weird. I'm a dip for the night. It's 2 a.m. already. It was a joke, don't worry, it was a joke. But yeah, have a good time, Abonea. Hopefully everything feels better for you, and I will answer your message as soon as I'm done on this, or not long after. Don't Back Down says, "Does law of attraction or law of assumption work better? Thoughts on subliminal?" Oh, sorry, that was someone different. It was just the same colored icon. So I believe that what you believe will work for you. The only reason I don't like the law of attraction anymore is because a lot of the people doing videos, they're constantly like vibration, vibration, vibration. And they pull up this vibration chart that says, if you feel this, like you're in a low vibration, if you feel this, and blah, 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 blah. People that are in your circumstance, not yours specifically, but like circumstances where they're not feeling too good, they will look at the chart and go, I'm on the lower end, and get really panicked. And that will then make them feel more panicked. And then they'll be like, oh my God, I'm on panic. So I'm on the lower end of the chart. And then it will just be worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And a lot of people spiral. Another factor about law of attraction, which I don't like, and it might be the same with law of assumption, but I don't watch law of assumption videos much anymore. So I don't really see it. But I've got this impression that a lot of law of attraction people are just copying each other. A lot of them didn't actually have experience to go by. They were just saying what The Secret said, or what some of the bigger channels like Aaron Doty or whatever his name was, all the bigger channels. I just felt like they were just copying them, and it was just, I might be wrong, and the law of assumption might also be the same. But I don't watch videos anymore. All I know is that if back then, when I first started law of attraction, someone posted a specific video topic, you could guarantee quite a lot of the others would do the exact same topic within the same couple of weeks. But yeah, so what you believe will work for you will work for you. Law of assumption is a lot more simple, and there's a lot more has a lot less rules to it, of simply just embody the state of having your wish fulfilled, and that is it. So that's why I am now a law of assumption follower, and now obviously YouTuber. But before, I did start in the law of attraction. So I've done both. And for me, law of assumption yields much more success for me personally. So it's more of a personal thing. Emma says, thoughts on subliminals. Haven't used them a lot, but when I have used them, I've had success. So absolutely try them if you want to. See what your own success is with them, and see how you can make them work for you. NC says, how do you feel with manifesting? Sometime you feel guilty about wanting. I don't feel guilt about wanting anything. This is my life. I'm the only one experiencing my life through my eyes. I will never feel guilty about wanting anything. So that's my way of dealing with it, is literally just accept that it's your life and just enjoy it. Affiliate Jumpstart says, I've tried Ho'oponopono before, and from my experience, it brings up all negative thoughts initially, even ones you weren't aware of having, but then you experience miracles. Oh, I mean, if that's like experience, go for it. Like, if that's the it's all right. If that's how you like, definitely, I think you guys should give it a try. Everyone seems to like it. And Android put crying faces. I was obviously joking. Kiana says, I'm 5'2", no worries. I feel the pain. Yeah, but you know. Kiana says, should I stick to just set affirmations, or can we do do as much as you want, as many variations as you want, as long as it is all from the end of having your result already? That is the only thing you have to keep in mind. Abonea says, Matt, it's nice if you'd stop now. And I may be thinking something apart from how you view it, but let me make myself clear. The state I'm in, it was just a joke, Abonea. I will stop, okay? Obviously, I haven't caught up to the stream because I'm a little bit later, so I was going off that, but I'll stop. And even if you make a comment like that, given how we grew up here, would definitely think it's weird and uncomfortable to hear. Different backgrounds, I suppose. I'll stop making the joke. And by thinking something, I mean the cultural differences, by the way, you and us, yeah, that's fine. And if this was purely harmless, and well, I'll put an effort to see from your point of view. It was purely harmless. But please, this was uncomfortable, Matt. I'm sorry to be saying this. Yes, exactly. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. It was just a joke, and I will stop making the joke now. Kiana says, I have 5 set ones you gave me, but I also have a whole list that I would like to read while I'm at work. Yeah, you like I said, you can switch up the variation if you wish to. Don't Back Down says, are there any good techniques for SPs? Whatever works for you. A lot of people like visualization and scripting the most, along with affirmations, but it's whatever works for you the most. Affiliate Jumpstart says, hey Matt, have you seen that movie Everything Everywhere All at Once? I watched it recently and it's my new favorite movie. It's about LOA. I have not, but I might add it to the list. I don't watch movies too often actually, but I might add it to the list and see what they say about it. Anand says, that's okay. I know it was just a joke. It just felt like to fuck. I make a lot of bad jokes about like a lot of things. I offend a lot of people apparently. Don't take it too seriously. Dion Tyler says, Matt, I have a question. I heard that before or after you play a contest, game, lottery, etc., you supposed to think you already the winner. Can you explain this, how to do this even before you play? So, oh my God, everyone. Oh, that's something separate. So yeah, literally, it's just a case of like saying to yourself that I have already won. So if it's like if you're doing a raffle, you could just be like, I have already won the raffle and a prize of yada yada yada. It's basically just what you would say after you say before, if that makes sense.
Oh my God, I won.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think as well, a lot of people when they buy tickets and stuff, they're like, oh, 1 in a million, never gonna happen. But they buy it anyway. And a lot of the time they're like, oh well, there's no harm in trying. And I think that that's the sort of like mentality that you need to ignore and not have, sort of thing, when you're actually buying the ticket or entering it. I do it all the time. Like kids' schools have like hundreds of raffles all the time. And every time I'm like, oh, I just buy them anyway. I'll never win anything. And then obviously.
Yeah, so just already assume that you've won before you even bought the ticket. And then
I did actually win once when I like consciously made myself go, no, I am winning this. I did actually win. But yeah, I think a lot of people go in things going, nothing's going to come of it. But
yeah. And then Dion Tyler also says, oh my God, every time when the live gets fun, Matt want to leave. Okay, Katie, get him a Pepsi, tie his feet together because he's not going anywhere. I am. We haven't eaten yet, so she's going to get hangry soon, and then it's not going to be fun.
I drank gin as well, so I'm like extra hungry.
Yeah, because I'll be tied down and you'll just be kicking the shit out of me. And I'm like, Dion, why have you done this? Anand says, I'm asleep now. Have an amazing night, everyone. See you in the next stream, Matt. Yeah, have a good night. Sleep well, and we will catch you in the next one. Random Name says, hey, if it makes you guys feel better, you guys are considered tall in Hawaii. Lol. Seriously, people here are short. Yeah, but that's in Hawaii. I'm not going to be moving to Hawaii anytime soon. I haven't got the pennies. Although Hawaii sounds nice. This is why when we're full-time YouTubers, we can just travel and live wherever for a bit. Should go Hawaii. Don't Back Down says, would you consider a family member reaching out movement? Depends on what originally your end result was, I suppose. Kiana says, oh, I have terrible jokes too. One of my affirmations is, I'm so funny, lol. My jokes are usually, to be fair, okay, you can vouch for this. I tone my jokes down a hell of a lot for you guys. These streams I've made, even just today.
He's outright insulting most of the time. His jokes are just an insult that he goes, ha, while he says it. And it's like...
At everything. I insult myself as well.
Sometimes you're just sat there and you're like, oh, that was dark. Like, what the fuck was that? And also, a lot of people don't know that that's what he does. So then you get like the questions like, was he just really rude to me? And you're like, no, he's making a joke.
Yeah, I'm really bad for it. So yeah, they are funny though, to me anyway. JRC says, what did the flame say to his parents? When he fell? What did the flame say to his parents when he fell in love? I found the perfect match. That is awful. I like it, but that is awful. That's like a proper dad joke. Random Name says, people find my jokes funny and inoffensive. I mean, I don't mean to offend people, but I'm not gonna like change myself. Like I'll ask them to stop. They ask me to stop, so I'll stop. But I'm not gonna change the way I make jokes. Kiana says, I was gonna say I'm hot. JRC, lol. Dev says eating the live just for today. I can't because I haven't really got a
I
reason.
mean, I can sit and order it right now.
I mean, yeah, you could, but
And then when it arrives, we just cut the live off. Be like, bye,
just bye.
food."
But then we shouldn't be discussing this on live. We're gonna keep the live ending when it should be ending because we still haven't like eaten. We haven't had an evening. We've been a busy bees. Sorry, guys. Random name says, as someone who has unintentionally offended people. Oh, that's to do with your affirmation above. Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to offend people. I just have bad jokes. Don't Back Down says, well, the family member reached out saying they didn't know my SP and I were dating. Is that good? Would you see that as good? If you see that as good, then absolutely go for it. Like, see it as like a sign. Kiana says, haha, I love it. Yeah, same here. My SP tells me not funny, but hey, we are just a whole vibe. Yeah, like you gotta have fun in it. But the affiliate jumpstart says, Matt, I swear you and I have like the same personality. I'm a huge jokester around people, others as well. Yeah, I mean, you got to make fun for yourself. And then if other people don't find it funny, then at least you got to kick out of it. You know, it's like the way that I basically go about it. Kiana D says that would have been good as well. Yeah, absolutely. So, right. Thank you everyone for showing up. Apologies, Abanaya and Anand, if you are watching a replay. I didn't mean to offend you. I didn't realize a joke like that would offend you. Different backgrounds and stuff, I suppose. So yeah, maybe I should be more considerate in the future. However, thank you everyone for showing up and for liking, and thank you for saying happy birthday to my mum when she eventually responds to me. You know, I messaged her at 8 this morning saying happy birthday, and she hasn't even said anything. Oh, she did. I lied. Right, so I ignore her. See, we're awful. Dion Taylor says, you got to eat. No, I assumed you already full. Stay online. No. But yeah, we got to head off now. So bye, Kiana. Bye. Much love to you too, JRC. Love this stream. Happy birthday, Mum, from Kiana. Thank you very much. Show up to the next one. It'll be possibly next Saturday or Sunday. And Anne said, that's okay. I'm still here. Good. See you lot later, and I will research the Ho'oponopono thing for the next stream, and we'll catch you then. Bye, don't back down. Next time, yeah, we'll have to eat a stream, and happy birthday, Mum, from Dion Tyler. Thanks, everyone. Catch you later.